Hey, what's going on, people? I'd like for you guys to listen to this. I think this is very important. Listen to this here.
The Israeli government was forcibly administering birth control to a segment of its minority population, with doctors injecting Ethiopian Jewish women against their will with a contraceptive, DEPO-PROVERA. But it wasn't until this January that a government official finally acknowledged it. One investigative journalist who interviewed 35 Ethiopian immigrants found that they were being intimidated and threatened into taking the shots, while being told that they were merely inoculations. But many speculate it was all part of a deliberate attempt to restrict an expanding minority in the country. You see, over the last 2 decades, Israel's experienced a significant influx of Ethiopian immigrants. They're now being close to 130,000 living in the country. And while the government has finally put an end to this inhumane, insane population control tactic, the story has shed a light on a dangerous contraceptive that's now being pushed and administered on women of color all over the world, including right here in the U.S. So here to talk about the use of DEPO-PROVERA and how this is targeting minority populations in both here and abroad, I'm joined now by Randy Short, President and National Spokesperson for the Anti-DEPO-PROVERA Clergy Coalition. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So, Israel allegedly put this to an end. Can you talk about what you know about the health effects, though? Because obviously women were being administered this for years without knowing about them.
Well, the drug was first patented in 1959. By the middle 60s, there were a lot of unethical experimentations done, in particular the Grady Clinic study in Georgia on poor black and poor white women. God knows how many people died. This drug did not get approved until 1993-94, but during that time that was used on women all over. The effects of it are serious. Excessive bleeding, osteoporosis, breast cancer, cervical cancer, heart attack, stroke, ectopic pregnancies, excessive weight gain, which can lead to type 1 or 2 diabetes, short or long-term infertility, maternal death. It strips the epithelium, the inner part of the woman's womb, making her more susceptible to all STIs and STDs, therefore doubling the chances of getting HIV, AIDS, chlamydia, HPV, gonorrhea, or syphilis. And there are other things that bothers the mental health. One of the things that's come to us, that the group that I work with, the Rebecca Project, is that many women are telling us that they've had mental problems. The FDA in 2004 was so concerned about the dangerous nature of DEPO-PROVERA that they issued a black box warning, which is the most serious warning that can be issued by the FDA about how dangerous this drug is.
And despite this warning, this black box warning, it's still being administered under multiple agencies to multiple countries around the world.
Yes.
Who's administering it? Why? And where?
Well, it's being used primarily in non-white countries. So Muslim countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Burma, possibly on the Myanmar minority, all over Africa, Central America, and Latin America. And of course, the United States, depending on whose information you look at, it's disproportionately used on African American women. Who's doing it? Planned Parenthood is one of the big purveyors of it. In addition to that, you have the Population Council, you have the International Federation of Planned Parenthood, you have a lot of persons and groups that have a Malthusian view that there are too many people, and therefore they want to reduce the population. They know this drug is deadly, it's cheap, and it makes huge profits for the parent maker, which is Pfizer.
And USAID is also one of the agencies as well.
For 47 years, it's been an unofficial policy of the USAID Office on Population to use or to send abroad dangerous, unsafe, untested, or unapproved drugs.
And you said that this is being obviously disproportionately affecting minority populations.
Yes.
If they know that it's deadly, why would they be administering it to minority populations? I mean, what is really this all about here?
There are too many non-white people. If you look out a gentleman by the name of Dr. Ravenholm, who was head of the USAID Office on Population from about 1966 until 1979. He was able to first convince President Johnson that it was in the national and commercial interests of the United States that 1/4 of the women in the developing world be sterilized. So there's some sense that if there are too many black or brown people, that somehow their needs will conflict with the capitalistic, imperialistic aims of the United States and its allies.
Okay. Okay. There's a saying in Jamaica, story come to bump. Oh boy. So you guys heard that. This was implemented to get rid of black people and quote unquote brown people, which I really don't give a shit about those people because those people don't like black people either. I'm about black folks because I'm black. So this was implemented to get rid of black folks. And who's pushing it? Planned Parenthood is one of the purveyors of that. And where do they push these? They push these in non-white neighborhoods. That's why when you go on 125th Street in Harlem, you see all these Planned Parenthood tents and Planned Parenthood trailers out there. You see them in the Bronx, out there by 149th and 3rd Avenue a lot. You see them out there by Fordham Road. Okay. You see them out here in New Jersey. And who is behind it? You heard it. The Israelis, who we call the Jews. I didn't say it. You heard the clip. A shout out to Dude Basie, who uploads Muta Baruka's programs. Muta Baruka is a pioneer in Jamaica who is continuously educating our people in Jamaica and fighting against white supremacy. For those of you who think that people outside of America don't speak up about white supremacy, I keep telling you, you have to pay attention to people internationally. A lot of you people don't travel. You only listen to people in America. There are people outside who don't agree with this white supremacy nonsense. Now let's see what Planned Parenthood have to say about this. DEPO-PROVERA. Okay, so it says here the DEPO-PROVERA shot, aka, no, sorry, it says the DEPO shot, aka DEPO-PROVERA, is an injection you get once every 3 months. It's safe, convenient, and private birth control method that works really well if you always get it on time. They said it's safe, but we heard something contrary in the clip that I just played. How does a birth control shot work? The birth control shot, sometimes called DEPO-PROVERA, the DEPO shot, or DMPA, contains the hormone progestin. Progestin stops you from getting pregnant by preventing ovulation when there is, When there is no egg in the tube, pregnancy can't happen. It also works by making cervical mucus thicker. There's a reason I emphasize on that cervical mucus thing. Dr. Sebi told us that there's only one sickness in the body, and that's mucus. All sicknesses are linked to mucus. Let's hear what Planned Parenthood have to say about the cervical mucus. It says, when the mucus on the cervix is thicker, the sperm can't get through. When the mucus on the cervix is thicker, the sperm can't get through. And when the sperm and the egg can't get together, pregnancy can't happen. So let's look at the mucus. sorry, not the mucus. Let's look at the sperm as, let's say, nutrients. Let's talk a little bit of Dr. Sebi right now. In this case, let's look at the sperm as nutrients. If you have too much mucus in your blood and in your system, just like the mucus is blocking the sperm here, the mucus will be blocking the nutrients in your body, which leads to diseases. So Dr. Sebi was right. Dr. Sebi was right. You get rid of mucus, you will be healthy. I don't think I need to read anything else here, because Planned Parenthood surmised everything here when they said right here that it's a safe, convenient, and private birth control method that works really well if you always get it on time. It's safe. We just heard the clip. The clip said it's not safe. One of the side effects is osteoporosis. It also says it destroys a lining inside of you, inside of the female, which can make her vulnerable to STDs, STIs, and HIV. That doesn't sound safe to me. And they push this in non-white communities. Why? They said there are too many minorities in the world. It's to control the population. Now, I won't lie, some people need to control their pregnancy because we have too many broke people, too many irresponsible people having kids, and then their kids become a nuisance to the society. I get that. But this Planned Parenthood method is not for that. It is to solely get rid of black people. It says brown people too, but I told you in the beginning, I really don't give a shit about brown people. I'm talking about black people. And it's not only happening outside of America, it's not only happening inside of America, it's happening outside too. It's happening over there in Israel. They're trying to get rid of the Ethiopians and the black people who are in Israel. So these people are a group of people who talk about what they went through in the Holocaust, and, you know, they accuse people of being anti-Semitic and all these things. And I mean, they're there just doing evil to other people. I don't understand that. Play the victim, but then do evil on the other side. And this is why we need to listen to news medias outside of America. Black people need to do that. Because I realized I said something and a lot of people got upset when people were making videos about the caravan that's coming into America, coming across the Mexican border there. And I said that I don't agree with it. I said I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the method that these Central Americans are using. But I said that being that I'm from a different country, I know what goes on outside of America. And I said that when America sends the troops over there, and a lot of you guys, for whatever reason, you join the army, for financial reasons, whatever, you see opportunities, for whatever reason, but you guys join the army, and when they deploy you guys into other people's countries, they tell you it's because these people are so-called terrorists or whatever, whatnot. But what you do is you aid in the raping of these people's resources. And then you have these financial institutions like the IMF. They go there and they manipulate, you know, the economies over there and destroy these countries. And then the people of these countries, they run here because they need to survive. And a lot of people got upset with me saying that. You guys need to pay attention to news outside.